Look at this beautiful, beautiful statement necklace. This piece actually got a second chance at life because it's made from vintage beads, and I want to tell you the story behind it. Hello everyone. When my husband goes to the second-hand store, sometimes I join him. I'm not a frequent visitor, but I always go straight to the jewelry section because once in a while you can find something truly interesting there. This time I found this necklace. At first glance I had no idea what it was made of. It's quite heavy and it looks like ceramic or porcelain, but something felt different. And honestly, I didn't like the white plastic section in the middle. It completely ruined the necklace's look. But I really like the beads themselves, so I decided to give it a second chance. I brought it home, cleaned it thoroughly, and then started looking at it more closely. And that's when I realized that this is not porcelain. It's not stone either. I'll tell you later. I'm thinking about what to use instead of these clear beads, since without them the necklace will get shorter. At first I was considering adding small crystal beads between the larger ones, but then I realized I want something more harmonious, something that blends naturally with the original design. So I will use smaller beads in a similar color like larger seed beads. Now I'm choosing the color. Luckily I have a full set of seed beads and I find a shade that matches the main beads really well. That's exactly what I need. And back to larger beads. At first it looks like hematite, but if you look carefully you can actually see tiny seam lines on the beads. And inside those lines there are very subtle signs of rust. The necklace also had a screw-in clasp, which is classic design often used in vintage jewelry, especially for heavier pieces. So here I'm removing the original stringing and the plastic section. This type of jewelry became very popular in the 1990s, especially with hematite style finishes. It gave a bold, elegant look while still being affordable and suitable for mass production. Now I'm using a soft, wet napkin to gently clean each bead, removing any traces of rust and restoring the shine. I'm keeping everything in the same order to keep the design balanced. These beads are most likely made from an iron or steel core formed into two halves and then joined. After that, they were coated or electroplated to create a smooth, mirror-like metallic surface. So now I'm starting to assemble the necklace. Because the beads are quite heavy, I'm using a 0.5 millimeters beading wire instead of regular fishing line. It's stronger and better suited to this type of weight. I'm keeping the original screw-in clasp. It's very good quality and works perfectly here. I also add a tiny bit of glue where the clasp connects to the wire for extra stability. Now I notice that the beads are hollow inside, which makes it a bit tricky to pass the wire through. So instead, I'm using a thin bead hook, a long narrow tool. I insert it through the bead, catch the wire, and gently pull it through. This makes the process much easier. You can also use a beading needle, but the ones I have right now are too thin and soft for these beads, so they don't work well here. And now everything is coming together. I'm attaching the second part of the clasp, securing it, and here is the final result. Look at this. This beautiful statement necklace has a completely new life. The length stayed almost the same, maybe just a few millimeters shorter, but overall it fits perfectly. And now it's ready to be worn again. If you like this video, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. And tell me, have you ever given your jewelry a second life? See you soon!